Let's take at the currency space now, where euro is holding steady against the dollar after a solid Dutch bond auction, easing investor concerns about the collapse of Dutch government. But the changing political landscape in Netherlands and France remains a big worry. The euro is on your screens, holding around 1.3150. The dollar index has moved lower on the back of euro gains, and most Asian currencies took a big hit thanks to the situation in Europe. The rupee also marked losses, taking cues from its Asian peers, and we have been holding above that 52 mark for a third straight day, nearly 0.25% and more of a loss coming in. Let's go across then to Mr. Manish Thanawala. He's Director Greenback Forex Services, and he joins us on a Mumbai phone line. Manish, hi, welcome to the show. The way the rupee has been declining, what are the next levels that you are watching out for?
I think the key level right now to give way will be the 50 to 80 level. And if we see the 50 to 80 level break conclusively, then we can expect rupee to depreciate. And the next target would be 53.20 to 53.50. The key factor here is today we had the equity market which rebounded well towards the end of the day. So that has been good for the rupee. But on an overall situation, inflows continue to be really thin, and we are seeing possibility of large outflows, especially with the HCCB redemptions coming up in June. So that could really pressurize the rupee.
Vijay, let me get you in the conversation as well. From 52.20 to 53.20 is what the markets are now talking about.
I'm not really surprised, Manisha. We are at 52.90 intraday levels today, and I think getting to 53.20 is not really too much of an effort. Should you see some amount of profit taking coming into the equity markets tomorrow, I think 53.20 can be reached tomorrow itself. So I would not really be surprised, but I think the upsides might just pause for a breather, because the dollar has been witnessing very strong rallies for the last 3 consecutive trading sessions, and there might be just some amount of profit taking coming in at close to 53.25 to 53.40 range, if at all we do see those levels. Although I don't think the dollar really to fall too much, but I would expect some amount of breathing space.
Manish, while you are expecting further decline in Indian rupee, there are lots of domestic cues, as you said, but the global cues, the Europe markets, how do you see them, and what's your sense on where the euro could be headed?
I think euro is right now locked in a tight range. If you look at euro broadly, it is not able to break below 130. It is not able to breach 135 on the upside. So we are basically in a very consolidated stage here. And until we see a break on either side, I basically see the euro trending sideways. So we are really now in a phase where we really need to see breakout for us to take clear directional calls on euro. And if you would want to look at a trade range, I would say buy near 130 and sell near 135, and that should be a decent trading range right now.
Manish, how about the dollar index? Because while we have tested 80 many times in last few days, but it's holding just about 79.30. So would you say that there's not, or rather there's a range forming in case of the index as well?
Absolutely. In fact, we are seeing a very nice triangle forming in case of the dollar index also. And I think the immediate base would be around the 79.10 levels. And from there we can see a bounce back to around 79.80 levels. So we have to break out this broad 79 to 80 range for us to get a further direction on dollar index also.
Vijay, is that how you would play it as well, buy dips and sell rallies in case of euro and the dollar?
Well, as far as the US dollar index is concerned, I would feel comfortable buying or holding a long view only above the 80.40 levels. It's going there and retracing fairly predictably, and I would want it to break out on the upsides convincingly before one can actually go out there and start holding a bullish view. As far as the euro is concerned, I think it's quite range bound. It needs to basically see 1.34 or 1.35 more comfortably to basically get higher from there. And anything below 1.29 levels, I think, is bad news for this forex pair.
Manish, one final word on the Japanese yen as well, and we have continued to see it as a safe haven currency in the recent days as well, while the commodity currencies have declined quite sharply. How do you see this going ahead?
See, I think we have seen the bottom on the yen, and I think we are headed towards 87. So I think dollar yen, we are going to see a rally up. We have seen one rally, we have seen a correction that has already happened from the uptake, and now we are again probably going to start moving up from here. And as long as 79.50 is protected on the downside, I think we should buy dollar yen.
All right, Manish, we'll let you go at that. Vijay, thank you so much for joining us with your set of strategies as well. So both our experts feel that the Indian rupee could be declining further from here, and 53 and beyond are the kind of levels that you could be seeing in this week itself.